Do. Magic for normies.
Hey, everybody.
Take number 3.
Hey, we're here. What's going on? All right, so let's start over. Hey, everyone. It's Magic for Normies. It's a weird little stream with
It's
me.
the first premiere episode.
Yeah, I'm Pixie Kitten and Zuby, and we're a couple of magic normies here to
Complete normies.
try and talk about magic if my computer won't die on me on the stream.
If it lets us.
Yeah.
Man.
So, Zuby, what level of normie would you say that you are?
Well, I think we should introduce ourselves.
Okay. We've done it twice, but let's just
we
do
are
it.
trying. Well, hold on. We are trying to get this in audio land. So when we get the final audio cut.
Okay.
So for everybody out there listening in audio, this is our third attempt at doing this. We're still figuring out the kinks and the all of that. Are we even? I'm looking at the live stream. I'm only seeing the. I don't think we're actually showing our faces and all that.
Yeah, I see it on the live stream.
Oh, maybe my Twitch is delayed or something, but badly. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay.
So my name is Zuby. I do a little podcast called Magic with Zuby, and I'm also on the 10th Street Hooligans podcast with Pixie as well. And I've had Pixie on my podcast a couple times, and this idea for doing this podcast came up by Efren of Cardsphere when I was doing a live stream of opening a case of Theros.
Mm-hmm. You got a bunch of sick pulls.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing pulls. And then you and I, we've been talking, trying to figure out what we're going to do for this. And here we are. What about you, Pixie? What's a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a Magic the Gathering content creator. I make YouTube videos, but they're kind of like all silly and dumb. And I do a little bit of streaming. I'm obviously a normie streamer because, as you can see, I'm like totally messing this up. This is the most like high quality production I've ever done, and we've already crashed it twice. So, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what can.
We'll figure it out. We'll get this working one way or another.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers are crossed.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll get it there. Like I said, first episode, we're figuring out all the kinks and the bugs and all that stuff.
Yeah, and usually when we've streamed together or even on 10th Street Hooligans, I haven't been the one like running the stream. It's either been you or John. So
yeah,
this is all new territory for me. I'm trying something new.
No, and you're doing well. It's the layout is hilarious. I love it, and I love our faces plastered everywhere.
Yeah, it's great. It's so great. Do you want to see the faces again?
Oh my gosh! What if that's causing the crash of the screen of the stream?
It's worth it.
Magic for normies.
Are you showing it?
Am I? Yeah,
I don't know.
I am.
Oh God.
There's just a delay.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
It's so good.
Yeah, so do we want to go and figure out how Norma we are? Because we were talking a little bit before the podcast, what level of normie we are.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what level of normie would you be? Because you've only been playing Magic for a little bit. Only a couple years now?
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years now, so that's actually like a pretty decent amount of time. I think there's people who play Magic for 2 years and they like try to go pro at that point.
And they've already won world championships and all that.
Right? Like, not me. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where like 1 is you've only ever even like heard of the game of Magic and you don't actually play it at all, and 10 is like you're a pro, my normie scale is probably like a 3.
A 3?
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's pretty low.
Oh
what about
my
you?
God. Oh, my level of normie?
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to ask that like 4 years ago, I'd probably say I wouldn't be a normie at all because I wanted to try to go competitive in Magic.
Oh, dang. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I started my podcast originally, was to like get competitive and all that. But now I'd probably be about a 4 or 5 because the only paper
Mm.
Magic I play now is Cube or EDH, and I don't even play any. And the only standard I play is on Arena. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. That's 4 or 5. I think that's fine. That's probably about
Yeah.
right. I don't have our show notes pulled up, so you're gonna have to help us lead us along with that.
So that's all right. So we have how normie are we, and how filthy of a casual are we as well too.
Oh, I'm definitely like the filthiest casual.
And
For sure.
and by that, what do you mean exactly? And how do we even define like a filthy casual? I mean, is it at the point now where do you even build any casual decks? Or do you just do commander, or what decks do you actually build now? Not counting arena.
Not counting arena, nothing. Nothing.
Well, you have that
Except-
one EDH deck.
So ever since we played Commander on 10th Street Hooligans, not this week, but the Tuesday before, I actually built 2 more Commander decks after that.
Snap! Which ones?
So I built a Tesa deck. And
Okay.
it's like not really that good because I didn't have the best cards for it. So because I'm a normie, what I do is I'm not like let me try and like get the cards that actually work in this deck. I'm like, let me look through my collection and see what card is like the same mana cost and is like almost as good but just a lot more janky, and I'll put that in instead. So
Okay.
my Tesa deck's really not very good. And I also built a Storev deck. You know Storev? She's like a zombie queen. She's like a zombie.
Is that
a
the one from War of
Golgari
the Spark?
zombie. Yeah, I think so. War of the Spark.
The green black one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I built a Storev commander deck. And it's actually really good because I had a lot of Golgari colored like rare cards. Like what Casualties of War. And a few other
gross.
really good ones that are like obviously perfect in that deck. So that one was really good.
So I'm a little disappointed you're not playing blue. I think that's another thing we should bring up, in case anybody's new listening to this show or anything.
I hate blue.
Pixie has an affinity for hating blue.
Yeah, I do. I really hate blue.
Why is that?
Because I don't think it's fun. I don't like to play things that I don't think are fun. And if you really break it down, I don't like it because I feel like I'm not smart when I play blue decks. They're just kind of complicated. Like, you have to play cards on your opponent's turn and stuff, and I'm just like, I just can't do that. I just want to play creatures and attack with them, and that's it.
No, I remember having a lot of that problem, not knowing when to play instants exactly.
Yeah.
And what helped me out a lot was playing a crap ton of draft. Really helped out knowing that. And I mean, not just for blue, but just instants and knowing when to play cards a lot too.
Yeah, and Arena is good for that, but I don't really play that much Arena. Honestly.
Yeah, but you haven't been streaming so much lately.
No, I took a little break at the first of the year because I had a lot of family stuff going on, and I haven't. The only thing I've streamed since like Christmas was the early access event for Theros, and that was really fun. I really like doing the early access events. But
I had to miss that one. That was when I caught the flu. I was so disappointed too.
Okay, bye, Mohammed.
Bye,
says
Mohammed.
He has to go in his internet connection.
Well, isn't it like 1 o'clock in the morning for him or something like that?
Something like that.
Where he's at?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like way ahead of us in time wise.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
So the early access event, you didn't get to play that one. That sucks. I really like those events. I think they're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, they're definitely fun. And
I look forward to them.
Besides Theros, I think the past 2 ones, Throne of Eldraine and Core Set 2020, you and I both played against each other a lot, and you just
Mm-hmm.
whooped my butt every single
Yeah.
time. I remember, especially during Throne of Eldraine, that Knights deck with that
Yeah.
Knight's Charge or whatever, that enchantment that gets all the
Yes.
Knights back.
Ooh, that was so fun. That was a good deck. I
Oh my
loved it.
gosh, that was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was fun.
So I guess some people may be out there wondering why are we doing this show and who this show is for. You
Yeah.
know, if you look at the podcast scene out there, there's so much out there that are for competitive players, right? People that want
Definitely.
to know the best decks for modern, pioneer, standard,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
legacy.
Yeah.
Even EDH as well too.
Yes.
There is not enough content out there for normies, and that's why
No.
we're doing this.
No, there's not. There is not enough content out there for all the janky casuals like us, Because we need some representation too.
Yeah, exactly. So that is one of the reasons why we're doing this is oh, sorry, my freaking throat is clogged up here.
That's
But
okay. I forgive you.
so that's why we're doing this, and we need to have more normie representation in the content creation sphere.
Definitely.
Because I've definitely, as I said before, I used to be really competitive, but now I've definitely strayed towards the more casual, I don't give a crap type. Even though some of my EDH decks are pretty disgusting still.
Yeah. Hi, Baltan, and Pat Crack Fever gave us a cheer. We need more normie representation.
Yay! Yay,
Yes, we do.
Pack Rack.
Normalize the normies.
Normalize the normie.
And thank you for the subscription, Baltan.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
Yay.
Yes, and sorry you are late, but we've already had 2 technical difficulties, and
So you actually missed out on that. So that was good. You're lucky.
yeah.
But do you want to hear the theme song, Baltan? I know you do.
Yes,
Here we go.
yes. I wish I could hear it. I can't
Magic
hear it
for
at all.
Normies.
You talked over it, Zuby.
I don't know when you're playing it.
Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time. So
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do. Magic for Normies.
there it is. There it is.
Oh my god, the start of the show was very normie.
It was very normie. It's true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, also that, it is kind of quiet. I'm sorry about that.
We'll figure it out.
We're doing the best we can.
Yeah,
Doing the best we can.
we're getting this done here. So so for our first episode, we've got just a few topics here, and I figure we're trying to ease ourselves into this, and I think as we do more episodes, we've even come up with some little games here as well too. Like a little bit later, I'm going to be having Pixie rate some Magic cards that I've picked out to see are they good and what format would they be good for, and how basically evaluating cards. And that's one of the things that us normie Magic players love to do was evaluate cards and realize how terrible we are at evaluating cards.
Yep.
Like for example, I think I said in one episode of my podcast that Oko was a terrible planeswalker.
Oh, Zuby. Oko is obviously not a terrible planeswalker because he was banned.
I thought the food mechanic was so dumb, and I'm thinking Oko, like, he just turns stuff into 3/3 elks. I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how good that actually was.
Now you know better.
Yeah. See, and that's part of it.
Big normie moment.
Yeah, we're really bad at evaluating cards here.
Oh God, yeah, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful.
So I guess, do you want to get into our first topic here?
Yeah, or we could do. I have a little game for you. This could be sort of our icebreaker if you want to do that.
Sure.
Okay. So I've been watching on Netflix this show called Billy on the Street. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's a comedy show.
Billy Eichner or Eichner?
Yes.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But I know him. It's
so funny. Okay, so it is hilarious. Everyone, if you have Netflix, you should watch Billy on the Street. It's so funny. So I got this idea from that show. Okay, so this is a game, a really quick game. This is a break the ice game. It's called Normie or Nissa. So in this game, Zuby, what you have to do, I'm gonna make a statement, and you have to say Normie if the statement is about a normie, or Nissa if the statement is about Nissa. Okay? Yeah.
All right.
So you're gonna have 30 seconds.
Oh God.
So you're gonna have 30 seconds to get this done, and if
Pressure's on.
if you get them all right, you get to pick an emote for everybody to spam in the chat. And if you don't get them all right and I win, then I get to pick an emote for everybody to spam in chat. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a timer on my phone for 30 seconds. Okay, and I'm gonna watch the timer.
Oh God.
Okay, and I'm gonna read a statement, and you're gonna say Normie or you're gonna say Nissa. Okay?
Okay. Got it.
Are you ready?
Got it.
Okay, here I've got my timer. 30 seconds. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Never gets past silver on the arena ladder.
Normie.
Is a green planeswalker.
Nissa.
Keeps a bad opening hand because they're scared to mulligan.
Normie.
Gets salty when their janky deck loses.
Normie. I want to say Pixie.
A member of the Gatewatch.
Nissa.
Opponents walk away as soon as they see it.
Nissa.
Trick question, it was both.
What?
Is an elf.
Nissa.
Pretends to be an elf. Hurry.
Normie.
Has the power to summon elementals.
Nissa.
Born on Zendikar.
Nissa.
Born on Earth.
Normie.
Okay, that's it. Okay, you got all of them right except for the trick question, so you win!
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Yay! Okay, so you get to pick
I didn't know that was like 30 seconds total. I thought like each question had 30 seconds.
30 seconds total. It's a fast game, Zuby. It's a really fast game. So so you get to pick an emote, and everybody's gonna spam it in chat. And you have to pick an emote that everybody has.
I think everyone should have this one. Does everyone have this one? I think that's a normal one. The SM orc. The orc. Everyone's got to spam the orc one.
The orc. Okay, let me look for it. What's it called?
It's SM orc. Capital S, capital M, capital O, then lowercase RC. It says it's a Twitch global emote.
Okay. Yep, I see it. We should all have it. Okay, we're spamming it. We're spamming in chat.
The orcs.
Spam the orc. Okay, very good. Congratulations.
Oh, that is good. We gotta do stuff like that again. That was hilarious.
Yes, Normie or Nissa. That was so good. I think that was a good game to break the ice.
Yeah, that was funny. Holy shit.
Good job, Zuby. Good job. Okay.
Oh.
What's our first topic that we're discussing?
The first topic that I have here is, and this has been a heated debate that I've been seeing going on in the Magic Twitter community and even on Reddit as well too. And I wanted to get some of our opinions on it because us being normies, this is something that we should greatly care about. And that is the great EDH versus competitive EDH debate.
Oh no. But as normies, should we care about this?
Probably not. So I just wanted to bring it up real quick because I thought it was pretty interesting. I know you're not too big into EDH, no. Right? I mean, you have some decks and all that.
I built two last week.
Yeah, I think doing that 10th Street stream sort of gave you the deck building bug.
Yeah, it piqued my interest for sure.
No, but one thing I kind of noticed, and I feel like a lot of people's views of competitive EDH are skewed from what I'm seeing, because no one's really sure what that means sometimes. I mean, I think there's probably people in the community that know it better than we do, but from what I understand that competitive EDH is like you build the best, most broken kind of EDH deck and try to win. But what I noticed when because we were all talking for 10th Street Hooligans, like, hey, what kind of deck should we play? And I've got a lot of EDH decks, and I realized my decks are probably more geared towards competitive EDH when I really look at them. And that's only because my play group like to play a lot of stupid infinite combos and stupid
Mm,
decks, and
yeah.
so I'll purposely build my decks to stop them, like
Mm-hmm.
my Grand Arbiter deck, for instance, where it's nothing but counters and card draw,
Oh,
and my only win con's approach of the second sun.
Zuby.
I know
No.
it's terrible.
I mean, I think that's, from what I understand, I think that's kind of what the point of everything is. Like, you're going to play what level your play group plays at. Everyone's going to build a deck around kind of what everyone else is building.
Yeah,
You just have to
and
have communication about it.
exactly. Yeah, people in the chat are saying, "Ugh, Grand Arbiter." I know. I only ever play Grand Arbiter when my friends are playing their stupid, very oppressive decks, and I'm just like, "No, you're not gonna play anything."
But are they really your friends if they're playing decks like that?
Oh yeah, we love doing stuff like that.
You're evil. You are evil. I think your friends are evil too.
Yeah, they really are.
Wow.
Um, but I mean, I just wanted to bring it up because one, as normies,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I don't really care,
I don't
and
care.
maybe that's
Yeah.
more sacrilegious or something. I don't know,
No, I don't. I
but
don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me, and it won't affect anything that I do ever.
yeah, yeah. And since you don't, I guess maybe it's a little bit tougher because you don't really go out and play EDH with random people, and that's one of the things that gets tough is there'll be times where I'll play my normie EDH decks,
Mm-hmm.
like not my really oppressive ones, and I just want to go and have fun, and then you get the one person joining the table and they play something like Reaper King, which is extremely stupid and oppressive.
Mm. Yeah. So before we played on 10th Street Hooligans, our sort of, four corners of the United States game, because that's kind of where we all were.
Yeah.
I had only ever played with like randos, and that's why I never enjoyed it, because I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm playing. I'm playing a. I almost said a bad word, but this stream is family friendly.
Yes, we're trying. I'll try not to drop that any more F bombs too.
Oh, I haven't even noticed if you have.
Oh, I
Um,
just dropped one or two, I think. I'll do my best.
um, what was I saying? I've
So
only ever played
you play,
against randos, and
yeah,
I only had like precons, so like that's not fun. I'm playing a precon against somebody's like regular deck that they play with all the time. So that's why my previous experience was just like, I don't think this is fun at all. But when I played on 10th Street Hooligans with all of you guys, it was really fun because it was
oh
super
yeah,
casual, and it was like, we don't really
and
even care who wins. We're
you
we're
get to
literally
talk
just
crap.
having fun.
Yeah, and you get to talk crap with each other too. That's the
Yeah.
best part.
Yeah, and I got to attack you for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the, that actually kind of leads to another cool topic that I didn't even think about is, as normies, do you enjoy playing with a lot of random people? Like if you go to F&M or any kind of Magic event, how often are you actually enjoying playing with other people? And let's be honest, the Magic community, there's definitely those competitive mindset people and people who will rules lawyer you and try to get
Yeah.
any edge
Yeah.
over you and all that stuff, even in sometimes casual games too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, so for me, like, I don't go to an LGS and play.
you don't do that anymore.
I mean, I never have. I
Oh,
find it
oh, okay.
I find it super intimidating. Like, you
It can be,
you
yeah.
might find this surprising, but like, I'm actually extremely introverted and will have like extreme social anxiety thinking about going and playing Magic with random people. I've played a handful of times whenever I went to Dragon Con.
Hmm.
And my husband and I played some drafts there. Like, we would just sign up and play a booster draft. And
Yeah.
like, it would stress me out to think about doing it or to like wait for our pod to fill up. But then whenever I did it, it was really fun and I really liked it. And I never had a bad experience. Like, I never played against anybody who was like a jerk or anything. But again, I really didn't do it that much. So my
Well, that's
experience was
good.
kind of little.
Oh, that's good. It's definitely. I mean, I could fill a whole episode with horror stories that I've had to deal with,
Oh gosh.
and I don't think being in Florida helps either because Florida man is out
No.
there.
Yeah.
But
Florida
no,
man.
yeah, I think the only paper events that I even really enjoy going to now are pre-releases because those are just extremely casual,
Mm.
and it's they're just so much fun, and
Yeah.
they're the only really quote unquote prize is there usually are just new packs of the new set. There's no
Packs.
money or anything.
Right. I should really go to a pre-release, but I get scared.
Yeah, it's totally understandable. It's I mean I just really go to my LGS now for D&D, but I don't even
Mm.
really enjoy playing Magic with completely random people anymore. I only really want to play with people I know,
Yeah.
and because I guess I've just had so many bad experiences
Yeah.
in the past, 5, 6 years that I don't want to friggin' deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just why am I dealing with someone being a complete a-hole where when I'm just at an F&M trying to have fun
Yeah.
and you're taking this like it's a, world championship.
Yeah, we're just normies here. Like, we don't
Yeah.
care about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one good thing about Arena is that you
Yes.
don't have to leave your house. You don't have to actually talk to anyone.
And you can play at any time too. That's my favorite part. Like if I can't
Yeah.
sleep or something and it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, hey, I'll just load up Magic Arena,
Boom.
play against a bunch of control decks and then get salty and quit. Go to
Yeah.
bed angry.
Yep, rage quit. Oh yeah, definitely. I won't even play against a bunch. Like if I play against a control deck one time, I'm like, I'm out. Exit game. I'm done.
Oh my god, that reminds me one of the last times I was streaming Magic Arena, which I need to do that again. Since I've got so many community codes to give away. Maybe I'll give away some random ones in chat here.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
And that was literally I think I played against 5 blue-white control decks in a row.
Oh no.
And
no.
and when I stream, I don't like to insta concede.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm doing ranked, I want to try to push through it. Oh my, those were some of the worst
Yeah.
matches ever.
Yeah. Efren says in chat that he wishes they would put codes in packs. Wouldn't that be so nice? Like you get a booster, you get a code for a booster pack on Arena.
Because that's exactly what Pokemon does.
Yeah.
That stuff. And because have you ever played the Pokemon card game?
No, come on. I'm not a nerd.
It is actually pretty fun.
Okay. I can't get into another card game. I'm sorry, but I just can't.
Well, the cool thing about it, and I just want to mention this real quick. The cool thing about the Pokemon card game is the online client. You can download it, play it for free, and they give you a bunch of, free. And it's sort of like Magic Arena. It's very free to play and all that. And just, it's pretty fun. My wife got addicted to it for like 6 months, hardcore. And we were buying packs and the pre-made decks and all that stuff, and then she just stopped.
Oh.
But it's a fun game though.
Well, it's nice that they put the codes in their booster packs.
Yeah,
that would be really nice if Magic did that.
Yeah, Wizards definitely needs to get on that again.
Yeah, they put them in the Planeswalker decks, and they put them in the pre-release packs. But like regular booster packs, I mean, that would be real nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Baltan says standard is full of control. Is he referring to Pokemon?
No. Just right now, standard.
Oh, regular standard. Oh, yeah.
So I guess I want to do a little code giveaway in chat.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's see. Whoever can answer this question first wins.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
What is the best blue-white card that came out in Theros Beyond Death? It's a blue-white creature.
I know what it is.
Who in chat?
Can I answer? Can I answer?
No, have someone in chat answer.
Okay, let's play our theme song while chat answers the question. Okay, I'm going to play the theme song, Zuby.
I can't wait to hear it.
Do-do-do-do-do. Magic for Normies.
Yeah!
Awesome.
That's right.
Efren said the dumb flying one that the guy ripped up.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
what's
need
it
a
called,
name.
Efren?
What's it called, Efren? Or maybe Baltan wants to answer, and I'll give him all the community codes.
I know Mr. Kitten knows this one. Apparently, he's not watching this stream.
Oh, no.
How rude.
Exactly how rude.
This creature is mean.
It's
Real mean.
It's a ridiculous creature.
If I see it, insta quit. I'm out. I'm not waiting.
It's really hard to get rid of, too, because it can give itself hexproof.
It can give itself hexproof?
Oh, Baltan, you got it! Woo! Dream Trawler! Oh, Zoran 2000. Oh, you were just
so close.
So close.
Oh.
Baltan, I am going to whisper you a bunch of codes. Here.
I shouldn't have typed out that explanation.
There you go.
It's true.
And I should have typed out that. Baltan, I'm whispering you a bunch of community codes. I don't know how many you can actually redeem, but redeem as many as you can.
Awesome. Very cool.
All right, so our next topic I want to talk about, and this is something that we sort of touched on a little bit on 10th Street Hooligans, I think, when it was first announced, and that is the Magic Legends MMO game.
Okay, yeah. We haven't talked about this in a while, and I just saw today that they're going to be doing something at some event about it.
Yeah, I think pretty soon, like at PAX East or something. PAX East. Have you watched any of the gameplay videos of it?
No, I haven't.
Ooh, you definitely
I watched the trailer.
Well, the trailer doesn't really give away anything, but you need to definitely watch the gameplay videos because there's two. So one thing I do want to state is when the game was first announced, I really crapped on it, and I remember that. I will admit I fully crapped on it, but when I saw the gameplay videos, I'm starting to change my mind a little bit.
Okay.
And the reason why is because when they first announced it, there was really no info on what kind of MMO this was going to be. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, oh, great, they're going to try to make a World of Warcraft game. And I'm like,
what's
please,
wrong with that? We love World of Warcraft.
No.
Come on, Zuby.
Well, no, it's just I just feel if they tried to if they tried to go that route, like if it looked like World of Warcraft, it just was going to fail.
Yeah.
But the game is actually an isometric MMORPG game, like akin to Diablo 3.
Okay.
Or
I was
Path of
thinking,
Exile.
yeah, so I was thinking more along the lines of Diablo and not World of Warcraft is what it would be like. And so that is.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly like that. And that gets me a little bit more excited because I love that genre of action RPG.
That'll be cool. I don't know what an isometric RPG is because I'm just a normie.
Normies still should know what isometric means. It's
No. I'm not a nerd, Zuby.
So the little info that we do kind of know, it looks like the classes they have are going to be representing each of the 5 colors. And
cool.
So the 2 classes they've announced so far are a Mind Mage, which is basically Jace, essentially.
Oh, hell no.
And, well, of course, there has to be blue, right? And
no, there doesn't. No, there doesn't.
And then there is the Geomancer, which is the red one, like Chandra.
Okay.
And they haven't announced any of the others yet, the black, white, or green one.
Okay. I wonder what... that's interesting. I think that sounds fun.
So what's also cool about it, and I think you'd like this, is so your spells that you get. So have you played Diablo or anything?
Yes, I've played Diablo 3.
So you know how in Diablo,
bit.
well, you remember in Diablo 3, like you have your spells essentially, like you have up to I think 4 or 5 spells you can select.
Yeah.
And all that. So in this game, it's very similar, but all the spell names are all magic card names. And what I think is pretty cool, from what I understand, is so as a blue mage, you're not only just stuck with blue spells. You can also look it from, I think what they showed in the video, looks like you could use some white spells as well too, to sort of mix and match. You know, like hey, maybe you can become an Azorius mage with your blue mage, right?
Okay.
And see how it works. I mean,
yeah,
everything's still in like complete, very, very early stages of it. But
Right.
that, to me, I think that is what really sold me on it, is just mix matching your colors and all that.
That'd be cool. That sounds like fun. I think Diablo 3 was a really fun game. And
Oh,
I think that style will hopefully work well with this.
Yeah, I sank too many hours into it, and if it's anything, so I think I'm hoping they're going to be more like Path of Exile, which is another game like Diablo, and that's an MMO that's free to play as
Okay.
well, and the only kind of stuff you pay for is cosmetic stuff,
Oh.
and I really hope that Wizards does something similar with
Okay.
it.
Y'all should get it on Switch.
I do have Diablo 3 on Switch. It is so much fun on Switch. So I actually feel Diablo 3 on a console like Switch or PS4 is way more fun than on the computer.
Well, I wonder if the Magic Legends game will come out
Well,
on any console.
it will actually, because they're going to be releasing it on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. And PC.
Nice. Okay. So,
And
but not the Switch.
No, I mean, maybe down the road
Eventually.
they will.
Yeah.
But it would be really cool if they do cross-platform play and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could just sit on my couch, play Magic Legends with Pixie, and while she's struggling to play a blue mage.
I'm just a normie, okay?
I've got one of those where when I play a game like Diablo 3 or something, I got to level up one of each class.
Oh no, I am
Just
not
to try
like
it out.
that. No.
No.
I would probably play a black mage and just that would be it, mono black.
Not even red or green or anything?
And maybe a black and red. Might go Rakdos.
Rakdos, not Orzhov?
No, I'm kind of shifting away from the Orzhov. I kind of like Rakdos a little bit better, and I kind of like mono black the best.
And you know what makes Rakdos even better is when you add a little bit of blue and make it Grixis.
No.
Yeah, Nicol Bolas. It's Nicol Bolas's colors.
Actually, I built a Grixis deck in the sealed event I played for the Theros early access event. I splashed blue for that. I splashed blue for that blue and black creature where you like have 3 cards and your opponent picks 2 of them and puts 2 of them in one pile.
Something?
Yeah,
Artemis
and one in one pile. Yeah, I splashed blue for that creature and that was fun. Okay, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's a cool card for sure.
And plus the menace on him as well too makes it even better.
Nice. That's nice. Yeah.
See, blue
like
got some good stuff.
No,
Blue's...
I don't like blue, but it's a little bit. The blue black was okay, a little bit. As long as you're not playing like counters or something like that.
I feel like there's gonna be a day that you're gonna love blue. It's gonna happen.
I don't think there's ever gonna be a day where
there's gonna be a set that comes out that blue is gonna be an amazing color that you're just gonna latch on to.
I don't know. We'll see.
And that will be the best day.
We'll see. If it happens, you'll be right and you'll know it in your heart. But if it doesn't, I'll be right.
I don't mind blue, just not butthole blue, says Efren. Hey, blue gets a really bad rap, okay? Just because of all the counter spells and
I don't like the counter spells personally.
And I remember reading an interesting, I think it was an article or someone said something that a lot of reason there's like a psychology thing behind why people don't like blue counter spells and all that, because when you play a creature and it resolves out on the board, it does something, it feels like you're playing the game, right?
Yeah, yes.
And it's okay if it gets killed immediately right after that.
Yeah.
But that compared to you try to play that creature and it gets countered right away.
Yeah.
It feels like you're not playing the game. So I understand that.
I 100% agree with everything you're saying. If everything I'm doing is getting countered, I'm just like, why am I even here?
Yeah, you're not really playing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's
not fun.
I kind of enjoy that kind of play though.
Zuby.
Oh, I know. Hey, especially in EDH, because if there's not a person playing blue at the table with a pot of four, people are going to go crazy. All right. Sometimes blue's got to be the fun police. Be like, no, you're not gonna, poop out, 50 tokens at 50 goblin tokens and all that. So sorry, you got to calm you down a little bit.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be me. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get you there one day. So another topic here that I want to talk about, or is there anything else you want to talk about Magic Legends or anything?
No, I mean, I'm excited for it. Yeah, just excited to see what happens.
Yeah, so what you need to do, look up the gameplay videos. There's two of them right now of the blue mage and the red mage. Okay. And the graphics look really rough only because it's an alpha stage right now, but it looks fun. I'm excited about it. I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too.
Oh, speaking of Magic video games, before we move on next topic, have you played that Mana Strike on the phone?
No, but I've been seeing people posting about it. I don't even know what it is. I'm just a normie. I don't know what this is.
It's a I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a
phone app?
Yeah, it's a phone game.
Okay.
It's free to play. I've only played through the tutorial, and it's sort of like I don't even know how you describe it. You have these minions that you can pick, and you got to destroy the other side of the map, and you summon your minions, and they auto fight or something.
Oh God!
I don't know. It seems kind of mindless.
Okay.
But apparently, there's a bunch of people enjoying it. I need to catch. I'm terrible with playing phone games.
I don't like phone games either.
Tower defense stuff. It's not really tower defense. I don't know what to call it. It's you summon your minions and they go attack, and the other side summons minions at the same time, and the minions fight with each other, and then whoever like little army overtakes, they eventually start destroying your base and win.
So I guess it kind of is tower defense style.
I guess I don't know.
Sure.
But
I'm probably not gonna play it. I'm just gonna be honest.
That's fine. I used to be really into phone games, but now I'm so addicted to Twitter. I gotta stop.
Yeah, I need to check my Twitter. Thanks for bringing that up. Just kidding.
No, there was one phone game that I was super addicted to for months and months.
Oh no.
It was called Egg Inc., where you have chicken farms.
Zuby, what?
You have to build chicken egg farms. It is so addicting. I played it for months and months and months. Anybody out there, do yourself a favor. Do not download the game Egg Inc. Egg Inc. It is ridiculously addicting.
If you have it, then just delete it. Uninstall it right now.
Because I ended up installing it again right before Thanksgiving, and I was playing it like every day. And then I just had to delete the app.
Yep.
Oh, it's whatever they call mobile MOBA games. MOBA. So I guess it is like a MOBA game like League of Legends, I guess.
Oh.
It doesn't seem like a MOBA game to me.
Interesting.
Zuby, you play Tecmo Bowl on NES, right? Download Retro Bowl on your phone. It is better. No. Okay, I'll check it out.
Efren, stop.
I'm looking it up right now.
That is not a normie conversation. That's a nerd conversation.
I am a nerd. Pixie, how long have you known me? I'm pretty nerdy.
Yeah, I'm fully aware.
You're pretty normie too. Or pretty nerdy.
No, I'm not pretty nerdy, but I am pretty nerd. What about VCR gaming for normies?
VCR gaming for normies? Oh, talk about video games. No. We need to get this straight. You are pretty nerdy, all right? You enjoy D&D.
I do.
You enjoy Magic the Gathering. You also enjoy Vampire the Masquerade.
I love Vampire the Masquerade.
That is pretty freaking nerdy, all right?
It's so good.
It's pretty nerdy, all right?
Okay.
Now there are different levels of nerd. Do you like anime or Harry Potter?
I do. I like both anime and Harry Potter.
That's pretty nerdy. All
But
right.
I'm not like I'm not like hardcore anime. I just like the regular animes that everybody has heard of.
What's the regular animes that everyone's heard of?
Like my favorite anime is Bleach.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved the beginning of Bleach.
I
Um,
loved
I
I
never watched the
loved the
whole
middle
show.
of Bleach.
What?
I love the middle of Bleach.
All right. What do you consider the middle when they get to the spirit play? I don't even remember any of the names of the
Yeah,
when they try to rescue the one girl.
when they go to what's the part in
Spirit
Bleach,
realm or
Clint?
something, or
What?
No, it's way after that. In Bleach, what's the part we like? What's the story arc that we like?
when they're trying to capture Aizen?
No, when they're fighting against the Espada. Yeah, when they're trying to capture Aizen. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the Espada. I remember
The
that.
Espada,
That's
yeah.
that's after the rescue arc, right? Where they after they rescue the one girl or
Yeah.
whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't remember any of the names. I I actually never watched the show. I only read the manga. That's how nerdy I am.
Well, I don't like reading manga, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't really like reading comic books or graphic novels. I just feel like I don't get as much information. I'm flipping through the pages super fast, and like it's hard
Yeah.
for me to read that when I'm laying in bed. I always read before I go to sleep. So when I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep, it's just hard to read that format.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because sometimes you feel like you don't get because you get the written word of the story, but you just don't get the action sometimes that's really happening.
Yeah, and then like with a manga, like you're reading it backwards, and I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, which direction do I go? So I'm not. Yeah, I don't like reading those. Sorry, I'm not that nerdy.
I've been getting into some anime again lately, some pretty normie anime.
Okay.
Dragon Ball, that's pretty normie.
Oh God,
Don't oh god me.
it's not good.
It's normie though. I'm watching
It's
Dragon
definitely
Ball
normie.
Super.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely normie.
I used to be super into anime, but now I'm like,
Okay, while we're on the topic of anime, this doesn't really have anything to do with our show, but it's fine. We're
it's
off on a tangent.
normies.
Have you seen their preview for Castlevania Season 3 on Netflix?
Oh my god. I still need to watch season 2. I loved season 1. It was so
Okay,
good.
Watch Season 2 and then watch the preview for Season 3 because it looks so good. I can't wait for it to come out.
I'm probably gonna have to start because season 1 only had 4 episodes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was pretty short. And
I'll
I think
probably need to
Season
start
2 is
over
pretty
again.
Short too.
What?
I think Season 2 is pretty short too.
Okay. Yeah, I probably just need to start the whole show over again because it.
Yeah, you easily could, but you should.
No, I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of one more show before we get on to the next topic,
Okay.
have you watched The Witcher at all?
Yes,
I loved that show.
I really liked it too. So I watched The Witcher on Netflix, and I
Yeah.
had never played any of the games. And then I went out and got Witcher 3, and I just finished Witcher 3 like last week.
Dang, you must have been playing the crap out of that.
I mean,
Isn't
not
it a long
really.
game? I've never beaten it. I only played the beginning of it.
Well, so I'm sure it is a very long game if you do all of the quests. Like, it's like never.
Oh, you just followed the
ending.
story?
I didn't just follow the story. I did some of the side quests, but I mostly did follow the main storyline.
Okay.
I like to play a video game for its story, so that's why I was playing.
One does not simply finish The Witcher 3.
It's
So
true. I finished the main storyline. That's what I mean.
So I definitely need to. I have all 3 games on Steam and never really played them. But I got the whole Witcher book series. I definitely recommend getting those.
Okay, yeah. I heard that the television show was based on the book series
Yes.
and not the video game. So I am interested in reading the books maybe eventually.
They are so good. I'm on the 2nd book right now, and it's I love it. They're so good.
Nice.
And I feel like Henry Cavill really captured the essence of Geralt.
Yeah, I like him in that character.
It just reading the books and all that stuff. Holy crap, they captured the essence. Same with Yennefer and Jaskier. They call him Dandelion in the books. So
Okay, he's Dandelion in the video game too.
oh, okay.
Well, the only one I played is Witcher 3.
Yeah.
There is a character named Dandelion in Witcher 3.
Yeah. And his actual name is, I think I read Jaskier, like how they do it in the show. It's
Okay.
just there was a translation error or something because these books were originally written in Polish or something, and
Oh.
or
Okay.
Swedish or something. I can't remember what language.
Wow.
It was one of the Slavic languages.
Wow.
And the translation got messed up to Dandelion, but it's supposed to be like Jaskier actually.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But kind of cool.
Yeah. So okay, sorry for the tangent there,
Okay.
everybody.
Back to Magic for Normies.
Magic for Normies here. Magic World Championships. Did you watch any of it?
No.
No? Do you watch any like pro Magic or
I
anything?
have before. Sometimes I'll watch the Mythic Championships.
Mhm.
But this one I didn't watch at all. I don't know why. That was just a couple of weekends ago, but I think I was busy or something.
It was last weekend.
It was this past weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I was definitely busy this past weekend. So yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. I kept up with it on social media, and I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter, and I was like actively looking at Twitter stuff to see what was going on, but I didn't ever actually get to sit down and watch any of it.
Oh, okay.
Which is disappointing because I probably would have enjoyed it. I really, really love Maria, and she was like, one of the broadcasters. So
I know.
I like watching her.
You love her. I'm trying so hard to get her on the podcast too.
Oh,
I'd love to have her on the podcast.
We
fun. Should try to get her on this podcast, Magic for Normies.
Magic for Normies. She's not a normie. Sorry, but she's not because she's like really hardcore, and that's fine if you are. That's cool.
But it could be Magic for Normies.
Hardcore
like
version.
Goal. Yeah, goal for Magic for Normies.
Okay.
No, so I only really watched the final matches on Sunday.
Okay.
And all that. And no, I wanted to mention something a little bit about mental health of it because Emma Handy, Emma Handy, right?
Yep.
She had a really good little thread because if you watch the final match between Paulo and Marcio Carvalho,
yes,
the final match, Marcio Carvalho kept for all intents and purposes for our show kept a normie hand. He kept a 2-land hand.
Oh man!
And he just needed. So he had a bunch of red cards, kept a 2-land hand with no red mana, and just needed 1 red mana, and then he probably would have stabilized and won the very final match. And
but he's not a normie. He should not have kept a normie hand.
No, but
Dang.
Efren says I respected him so much for keeping that hand.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it was an extremely risky play, so it was
Normie hero.
Normie hero. I wanted to bring it up because Emma Handy had a good little thread just mentioning, for people crapping on Marcio and all that stuff is, one, it's really easy to do to crap on him, but also understand that he had to have been playing. He's been playing Magic that whole weekend in very intense competitive environment, and people don't realize the stress that can do that to you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be really difficult.
I mean, have you ever played Magic, like paper Magic, for just a couple hours and feel drained after that?
I've played some booster drafts, but I would only ever win like the first round, so not really. I didn't really play for that long. I just played like 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I'm not
just
good.
No, I mean, and that's fine. I just only really bring it up because there are times where, you play Magic for, like, go to a Grand Prix, for instance, right? You can play Magic all day there, and at the end of the day, you're exhausted.
Well, you know what? You know what that reminds me of is doing like an all-day stream for an early access event. Like, I'll try to stream like literally all day. And, I mean, I don't start out playing well. I start out playing on normie level. But, like, after several hours, I'm just like, I can't even think straight. I don't even know what I'm doing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure even pros get that way. And especially when you know, like, how much is on the line and this is being broadcast and all these people are watching. Yeah, I'm sure that would
I just wanted to bring it up because she brought to light a really good thing. Just bringing to light that, hey, probably was at that time just like F it. He's been
I
playing
don't care.
Magic for so long, and
Yeah.
you could see the mental breakdown in real time watching him, and it's
Aw.
sad. It sucks, and
Yeah, that is
it's
sad.
because not everyone can just play 100% all the time and all that, and especially with stress on the line like that. I just wanted
Yeah,
to bring light to a mental health situation where
it's real.
you know
Yep.
it is real. There are going to be days that you're going to feel like crap, and you try to go play Magic and realize that you're doing literally everything wrong, and try not to beat yourself up over it.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Or you play blue white control 5 times in a row and realize what the heck's even the point of playing this game.
Rage quit for
Rage quit.
sure.
Oh
Yes.
man. So another thing I wanted to bring up talking about Magic World Championships, so typically what I like to do on the weekends is I like to at least put on one of the Star City or Channel Fireball streams, or if there's a Mythic Championship, put that stream on. I don't watch it like intensely and all. It's more in the background and all that. But I wanted to ask, what do you prefer to watch in terms of Magic? Do you prefer paper or arena?
This is gonna be a real normie answer, but I prefer arena. Obviously, watching it, you can see better. Like you can just see what's going on better. And I'm fine watching a paper game also, but if I have to choose, it's easier to watch arena. It just is.
Yeah. I agree with that.
The other thing is that like arena is only standard, and since I'm so casual and still relatively new, I only know standard cards.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're watching paper, you might be watching some other format, modern or something, and I'm just like, I can't see these cards to begin with, and I don't know what any of them are. So I'm just really not enjoying this at all.
No, I know what you mean. So I think I do have to say there were a lot of issues in the past with watching on paper, especially depending on the event and if there's a lot of glare too, because that's something of the worst, like when you can't see the cards at all. But there's so many apps now for Twitch streams that you can actually see deck lists now, and then there's also some other stuff where you can hover your mouse over the cards on the screen, even in paper, and see the actual card, what it does. That makes paper really good. But I do agree, overall arena looks better to watch.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry.
No, I mean it does. I still prefer to watch paper though, only because that to me is Magic there.
That's kind of getting above normie level.
Playing paper Magic is above normie level.
Maybe it's old school normie. You're just like old school.
Old school normie?
Yeah, old school normie. Yeah.
I mean, well, how did you even first start playing Magic? Wasn't it on paper?
Yeah.
So you're an old school normie.
I'm an old school normie?
Yeah, because think about it. Now that Arena's out, there's only people that only have ever played Magic just digitally, never ever picked up the cards.
It's a good point.
You're old school.
Nice. I'm old school. Not that much, but sure.
Bolton, I want online commander that looks good. Yes, that is one of the thing that is so I used to play a lot of Magic online and just play it for commander, but it is so and it's not so much the look of the client, it's just there's so many clicks that you have. And it's just not fun at all. You ever played Magic online?
Me? No, I haven't. I mean, I think it will eventually come to Arena. It's just going to take time.
I think they have plans for it. They said they're going to get the 1v1 working first for it, and then oh no, they also said they want to wait for a deeper card pool as well too.
That makes sense.
Because when you think about it, there's really not that many cards in Arena right now.
Yeah, it's true. I'm really excited about like all the stuff that Arena has planned.
Draft versus humans, I cannot.
Yes, human drafts, cube. You can like make your own draft.
Right.
Like,
Are they saying we can make our own cubes and all that stuff?
I'm not sure if it's making your own cube, but cube drafting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you'd be making your own cube. How else
Oh,
would you do
I
it?
would love that. Have you guys play my draft, my
That
cube?
would be fun. That would be really fun. And they're supposed to be. Hey there, Chaz
Chasby,
VMTG. Thank you for the cheer.
thank you for the cheer. Yay!
Yay! You can. They're supposed to be eventually implementing where you can make a draft with like your own 8 players.
That'd be
So
so.
you know you get with your friends and play. I think that
Yeah.
would be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to the things that Arena is planning on implementing eventually.
And what we need to plan on, I know we keep talking about this. We need to plan like a 10th Street Hooligans meetup, and I need to bring my cube. Have you guys play my cube?
Yeah,
That'd
that would be
fun.
fun. Is it all blue cards?
No,
Okay.
no. I've actually tried to make it. I've actually been doing my best to try to make it casual but
Oh.
fun. Like I
Okay.
don't have the Power 9 in it at all or anything.
Okay.
I do have dual lands in it, but they're all proxies and all that stuff. They're not real or anything.
Gotcha.
But I try to make it fun. Like I've actually tried to make different themes in it. Hoolicon, that would be cool. Yes, we'd probably just have Efren and Ted from Card Sphere show up.
Yeah, we could have all the Card Sphere folks there too.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
No, but all right. So Arena versus paper. You choose Arena, I choose
Yeah.
paper over
It's
it all.
okay. That's okay.
No, I still like watching Arena too. So
Yeah.
and plus it makes games go by faster too, it feels like.
They're definitely faster on Arena. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the last segment of the night I want to
This is gonna be fun.
is we are doing, and this is something that we kind of talked about early on for some of our games and all that stuff, is having Pixie rate magic cards, evaluate magic cards, and these are 5 random cards
That I've never seen before.
never seen, that I picked randomly, and it actually took me a while to pick these because I know I could have easily have picked super common cards or super powerful cards, being like, hey, I want you to rate Lightning Bolt and all that stuff. I mean, you already
That's
know
a good
Lightning Bolt's
card.
good. Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
But so I did my best to try to scour some cards here that, there are going to probably be some that you've seen. None of these are standard playable, but, and I
Okay.
think that was kind of the point because you're pretty familiar with the
Yeah.
standard pool, so you know what's
That's
good or not.
Yep.
So we're looking at cards that could be vintage playable, possibly.
Oh.
Modern playable, legacy playable. I don't
Okay.
know. We're just
Okay.
not gonna know at all.
No. I don't know. I'm scared.
So hold on, let me share my screen here and make sure that. Oh no, did I crash?
no.
Oh no. Okay, there we go.
But you're
all right.
not sharing your screen. Okay, yeah, you're sharing your screen.
All right, is it showing up in the
Yes.
stream? All right, so let's get into this final topic for the night here with Pixie evaluating some magic cards. Like I said, she has no idea what these are.
Nope.
And I'm sharing my screen.
Yep.
And we're going to open up the first one here. The first one is Crop Rotation. It was a card from Urza's Legacy. It's 1 green instant. At the time you play Crop Rotation, sacrifice a land. Search your library for a land card and put that land into play. Shuffle your library afterward. So how would you rate this card?
Okay, so it looks like it's a common.
Yep.
At the time you play Crop Rotation, sacrifice a land. Okay, it's an instant. Search your library for a land card and put that land into play. Shuffle your library afterwards. I guess if you're looking for a land that you don't have, like if you're playing 2 colors and you're only getting 1 color and you need a different color, that would be useful, but I don't know. Otherwise, why? You sacrifice
Why?
a land and then you put that land into play. So does it come in tapped?
No, it doesn't come in tapped or anything.
It doesn't come in tapped.
Yeah.
So
And-
that would actually be good, I think, if the land doesn't come in tapped.
You are correct.
Yes!
It is a good card, and one of the reasons being is because it says search for a land card, so it doesn't have to be a basic land. So let's say you've got a land like a Gaia's Cradle, right?
Okay, sure.
Where you tap a green and you add green to your mana pool for each creature you control. That is really good. Or if there's a Nykthos Shrine to Nyx card, or Ancient Tomb, Tabernacle, any of the really good land cards out there, Mutavault, right?
I don't know.
Or
any
you
of those cards.
or you just need that blue island that you need to
just that
get
beautiful blue island that you've been
Exactly.
looking for.
Exactly.
All right.
So
Okay, I got one right.
but you are correct. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, does it not let me? Hold on. Pull up the next one. All right, the next
Okay.
one is Bombard. For 2 and a red. It's an instant from Rivals of Ixalan, so it's a recent card.
Mm-hmm.
It is an instant, and Bombard deals 4 damage to target creature.
I think it's a bad card.
And why is that?
Because it only deals damage to a creature. Maybe if it was like to target creature or player, then it would be good. Now, but it costs 3 and it does 4 damage, and so usually it has the same mana cost as the amount of damage that it does. So that's maybe good, but because it only targets a creature, I'm going to say that it's bad.
Okay. I would agree. It is a bad card if you're playing in a constructed format. What format would you ever want to play a card like this in, though?
Limited.
Yes.
Okay.
And draft or sealed, but I mean, we're only going to focus on constructed, but this would be a good example of something where when Guilds of Ravnica came out, we had Lava Coil, right? It did one in a red. It does.
Yeah.
It's a sorcery. It deals 4 damage to target creature. It is sorcery speed, but for paying 1 more mana, you can do instant speed.
Okay. It's an instant, so yeah.
But it's still not as good as Lava Coil, though, because Lava Coil will exile the creature. This, and like you made a really good point. This only targets creatures. If this also targeted to the face as well, that'd be super
That would be
good.
Yeah. So is it good or bad?
For constructed, it's bad.
Okay. But yeah, you could easily put that in a draft deck.
All right. The next one is this Planeswalker, Ren and 6.
Okay, well, I've obviously heard a lot about this.
So let me just read it for the people listening in audio land.
Sure.
It is a red and a green Planeswalker. It starts off with 3 loyalty counters.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2 mana,
Mm-hmm.
you can do the +1, which is return up to 1 target land card from your graveyard to your hand. -1, Ren and 6 deals 1 damage to any target. And -7, you get an emblem with instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard have retrace.
What is retrace?
It's retracing cards back to your hand. I can't. Oh God, I can't remember the exact.
Sorry.
Is a keyword ability that allows the player to cast the card from their graveyard for its casting cost plus the additional cost of discarding a land.
Oh.
So you discard a land and then you can pay the whatever casting cost of it.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty good.
So is this a good card? I mean,
yeah, it's a good card. I've heard about this card. I mean, I was around when Modern Horizons came out. I mean, I think this card is it banned?
Yes.
Yeah. That one I've heard
of. It's banned?
What?
Do you know why it's banned?
Does it do a combo with something?
Not really a combo, but one of the reasons why it's banned is this card is extremely oppressive in Legacy. So Legacy has a land card called Wasteland, which you can sacrifice Wasteland to destroy target non-basic land. So in Legacy, a lot of people play duels like Tropical Islands, Bayous, Volcanic Islands, and all that. So this is really oppressive because on turn 2, you can start destroying your opponent's mana base right away. Because let's say you have or not even just turn 2, but even by turn 3, I think it would be. So you'd have, your red and green mana source and then a wasteland. You sacrifice your wasteland to destroy their non-basic land. You pay red and 6's +1 to return your wasteland to your hand, play wasteland
Okay.
again, and just keep destroying their mana.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, honestly.
Yeah, it's bad. Which this can also be really oppressive in Vintage as well, because Vintage you get the power 9, so you could possibly play this on turn 1 and keep destroying all their lands, because Vintage gets Strip Mine. Strip Mine does the same thing as Wasteland, but Strip Mine targets any land.
Oh
not
gosh.
just non-basic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this was a little bit of an easy one, but I wanted to sort of explain why this is freaking broken.
Yeah.
As well.
Sure.
All right. Here's another one.
Okay.
Seething Song for 2 and a red. It's an instant, and you can add 5 red mana to your mana pool.
Oh gosh. Is this a trick?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's an instant for 3, and you get 5. You would only play this in a mono red deck.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say that it's good.
It is a good card. It's also banned in Modern as well, too.
Oh, okay. You get a lot of mana. Like you pay 3 and then you get 2 extra.
So
At
have you
instant
ever...
speed.
Yes, the reason why it's banned in Modern, have you ever heard of a Storm deck?
Storm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember what Storm does?
No. Is it a blue thing?
Well, it's a blue and red thing.
Okay.
So let me just read off what Storm does.
Okay.
And Storm is a triggered ability that functions on the stack. Storm means when you cast the spell, copy it for each other spell that was cast before it this turn. If the spell has any targets, you may choose new targets for any of the copies. So there is some Storm cards that... So basically what Storm does is you're casting a lot of spells, and you're adding a bunch of mana to your mana pool in order to keep casting more spells, draw more mana, add more mana to your mana pool over and over and over again. And most of the time, the way they win is by cards like what's called Grape Shot. Grape Shot is a 1 and a red sorcery card that deals 1 damage to target creature or player, but it has Storm. So if you've cast like 20 spells on your turn and all that, and Storm also counts for spells that your opponents have cast too on your turn as well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's kind of like 1,000-Year Storm.
So yeah, 1,000-Year Storm is a very neutered version of Storm.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's whenever you cast an instance or sorcery spell. Storm is for any spell you cast.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
Wow. So yeah, you could get like 1,000,000 mana and just cast everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure. So that's why that card is banned in Modern, because you can just go off way too easily.
Wow.
All right. So I've got one last card, and I got to say the last card was probably the hardest one to find, but this was the card that I told you about, Pixie, that this is an ode to you. This is yes, and okay. I think you will love this card as soon as you see it.
Oh no, what is it?
It is a card from Unlimited called Tsunami. It's 3 and a green sorcery. All islands in play are destroyed. Oh, this is
the best card ever! Oh my gosh, the only problem is it's a green. Like, that seems so random. Is this a good card or a bad card?
I don't know. What do you think?
This art, though, these buildings in the background look really phallic.
Yeah, they really do.
Like, I can't stop looking at that. Like,
Richard Thomas, we know what you were thinking when you were painting this.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this is a sorcery, and it costs 4. all islands in play are destroyed. So for me personally, this is like the best card ever of all time that's ever been printed. But it's probably a bad card because it's like super situational. All
Yeah.
islands in play are destroyed. Like, how you know you're gonna play somebody with islands?
Exactly. So I mean, it is in theory a bad card
Yeah.
and all that.
Maybe a
It
sideboard card. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this would only be playable. I mean, Legacy or Vintage, and neither of those formats would ever play this card or anything.
Yeah.
But this was real. This really harkens back to a lot of early Magic, where destroying lands was pretty common back in
Okay.
Magic. And there was also a lot of like Island Walk or Swamp Walk or Mountain Walk too. Die Blue Die Normie All Star. So is this
Die
going to be
blue,
like
die.
the Normie? Yeah, it's going in every commander deck Pixie owns. Yes, if Pixie ever builds a green deck, you have to put this card in.
Definitely.
I don't even think this card costs like anything.
It probably doesn't. We should check on Cardsphere.
I am looking it up right now. Oh, I should look it in Cardsphere. Yeah, I need to I finally, speaking of Cardsphere, hold on, let me unshare my screen here. I almost hit the hang up button.
Oh.
I almost did.
Don't do that to me, Zuby.
So, speaking of Cardsphere, my brain just farted really bad. So I used an app on my phone called Hell Vault to scan all my rare and mythic cards that I'm going to be selling, and all that took me about 2 weeks to do because I had like 5,000 cards to scan.
Wow.
But what's really cool is the app allowed me to export it as an Excel sheet to be able to upload into Cardsphere.
Oh, yeah.
And so now I've got everything in my Cardsphere account, and now it's either this weekend I got to buy some like stamps and envelopes and all that, and start sending off to Cardsphere. Or not sending off, but sending off to people.
Yep.
I've got so much crap to get rid of.
Awesome. You're going to be making the money.
Heck yeah.
So did I win the game?
You won. You get to choose an emote to spam in chat.
I get to choose an emote to spam in chat. Okay, everybody. We're going to spam. Let me see what. Oh, you know what? We're going to spam not like this because that's my favorite one. Not like this. Everybody spam in chat. I won the Normie game. I'm actually maybe not a Normie because I won, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, this would actually be a fun game for both of us when we when new sets are about to come out or something. We try to evaluate if it's good or not.
Oh, that is a good idea.
And you know, not every single card unless you want to do like a complete set review.
We could maybe just like, I don't know, do the rares or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try to figure out if they're good or not. So yeah, that could be a fun game. You know, chat, let us know. Did you like that game? Actually, I loved the first one, the Normie and Nissa one. I loved that one.
That was great.
And the Normie set review, like, yeah. So did you all like the Normie evaluation as well? Because Pixie, you could do the same thing to me too.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think a really good idea to do with new cards because then neither of us know, and like we don't know until it comes out. Because like you said earlier, you thought Oko was a bad card, so
yeah, I know.
Way to go, Zuby.
Yeah, and we've got more games that we're trying to figure out too. We've got some ideas written down, and I want to try to do the guess the price thing too. Because that's super fun with chat as well too.
Yes. Sure.
And then I don't know, maybe some like quiz games or something.
Sure.
So sort of like what you do with the Normie and Nissa thing. It's stuff like that.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, but I think we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We don't really have a set schedule for this show, but we're going to try and do it on a semi-regular basis. So
yes,
just follow me on Twitch and give me a follow on Twitter. Also, my Twitter handle is below, and we'll be posting every time we're going to go live with this show. Zuby, where are you at on social media?
They can find me on Twitter at Magic with Zuby or Instagram at Magic_with_Zuby. I don't know if you've been seeing some of my latest selfies on Instagram.
I've seen some of them, yeah.
Yeah, my
It's great.
deep thoughts
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
While you were driving, that seemed kind of unsafe, but...
Yeah. Oh, no, I technically, I wasn't really driving at all.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
yeah. I was parked when I was
Good.
doing them, but I'm trying to be one of those deep thought motivational people and, show off my AirPods too at the same
Nice.
time.
I didn't even notice that. I'm going to be honest.
Oh. Well, my hashtag AirPods.
I don't read hashtags. Are you kidding? Come on,
Oh,
Zuby.
man.
All right, well, let's hear the theme song one more time, everybody.
I can't wait to hear it.
And
Do-do-do-do-do. Magic for Normies.
all right,
I
everyone.
love the faces.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll
Yes,
see
thank you very
next
much.
time. Have a great night.
All right, bye.
Stay with us for just a minute. I'm gonna try and send a raid over to another channel.
Okay, cool.
So, but bye for now, everyone. This video brought to you by CardSphere. Click their link in the description below.